Welcome to Round 5 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of July 13th. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
Today we're taking a break from talking and complaining and obsessing and instead shouting out things other people are doing that we think you'll find as useful or enjoyable as we do. We call this our Roundabout Roundup. And I will go first this week. Earlier in the week we talked about simplicity and a video that had all sorts of platitudinous things to say about how to do it, and it reminded me of a company that I have been a fan of for a long time called Despaircom, and they put out a product called Demotivators that are just like those those motivational posters where there's a inspiring looking picture and then there's a little caption on it. They make those, except they are sarcastic and kind of wonderful. For example, there's one that says, competence. If you can't learn to do it well, at least learn to enjoy doing it badly. Or teams. Together, we can do the work of one. Or, and this is my life right here, I should get this to put up in my room, stress. Just look for me somewhere beyond the limits of human endurance. Oh. So you can buy these as posters, or you can assemble 12 of them into a calendar. They also have them on coffee mugs. So if you are feeling the need for some more snark in your life than you are currently getting, check out Despair.com. They also, if you sign up for their mailing list, they're very entertaining the way they do their emails. So that will be a fun little sarcastic thing coming into your inbox, and we all could use more of that. So check out Despair.com. I recommend them for just going to their website and laughing at the stuff, but, buying stuff as well. Nicole, what do you have this week?
I came across an Instagram site that I'm going to recommend this week.
Nicole's Instagram Minute.
Which is along the same vein as your shout out, I guess, Terry, in the sense that it's a little sarcastic.
Or rebelling.
Yeah. It's called Subpar Parks. And it's an artist who has taken real negative reviews of U.S. national parks and created artwork out of them. So she's painted a picture of the park and then she's written the negative review over it. So for, example, these are some real life reviews of national parks. Black bears roaming about at one park. At another park, apparently the scenery is not very good. Another park is totally overrated. At the ancestral, I can't even say this word, Puebloan cliff dwellings. Sorry if I said that wrong. Somebody commented that there's not much to look at.
I think the best one is, because I follow this account too, the Arches National Park. The comment is, it looks nothing like the license plate.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I guess it's on the license plate for Utah or wherever it is. And looks nothing like the license plate. Yeah. So don't.
This one here yeah. For, what is it? It's a petrified forest in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And the review was basically a desert with some dead trees. Anyway, the artwork's great. The comments are even funnier, but sadder. So, that's my shout out.
So, Catherine, what do you have to share this week?
I read a book.
Yay!
I read two, actually, because if you listen to our Tuesday round 2, I talked about a book there that I really loved. And another one that I liked, and I can't even remember how I acquired this book. It might have been in a book swap from our book club. But anyway, thanks to quarantine times, I have had more time to read. And this book is called Manhattan Beach. It's by Jennifer Egan, who wrote the book A Visit from the Goon Squad, which was a contemporary book that had, it sort of flopped around in time, and it had a lot of different, it was a little more sort of, I don't know, experimental, or just it wasn't like a straightforward.
It was a good book,
narrative.
But not one to listen to as an audiobook, because you wanted to keep flipping back to see other things, and it's not possible.
Right. To be like, oh, now we're suddenly in the 70s. Oh, now we're back to the present. Okay. But anyway, this one, Manhattan Beach, is much more of a conventional narrative, and it is a historical novel about mostly about Brooklyn in the World War II. So the main character is this young woman who goes to work in the naval yard in Brooklyn. So she's like a Rosie the Riveter type, right? But then she sees that they employ scuba divers. They employ I guess it wasn't scuba at the time because it's not self-contained. But anyway, they employ divers like with those big giant helmets, that look like a giant ball with a glass face. And she decides that she's going to be a diver. And it's really interesting learning about, that outfit that they wear weighs 200 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And she herself weighed, 120 or whatever it was. And just her, battling to be allowed to do this as a woman. And then her father had disappeared. And so there was that whole angle to it, trying to find out what happened to him. And then just sort of the whole slice of life of Brooklyn during the war. So I really enjoyed it. I love like a very plot heavy story. That's my favorite kind of book. So I enjoyed it a lot, and I recommend it. Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
And that is it for another week of Parenting Roundabout. If you missed any of our earlier episodes this week, look them up on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts to hear what we have to say about parenting and smartphones, simplification, and the empty nest. You can also find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we talk about here. Have a great weekend, and see you back here on Monday.